Listen.
Because both my Xbox 360 controllers kind of went to shit, and that's why I had to get an Xbox One. And it's just sad because actually, can I pull it?
Are you gonna? He's pulling something out of the cupboard. Oh, you still have that old one?
Yeah. Well, I have two. So either way, but yeah, it's like this is probably one of the best. This is probably like one of the best game controllers out there, I would say.
Yeah.
Like put that in your hands, and how does it feel?
I mean, yeah, it does feel ergonomically great. I just don't like the button layout personally.
Really?
I like my sticks to be symmetrical, like on the PlayStations. I like.
So something like this.
Yeah, I like the ergonomics of Xbox, the stick layout of the PlayStation, but the button orientation of the DS.
I mean,
that's what I need. Just the
okay.
Omni-controller.
I've used the Xbox 360 controller more than I have a PlayStation one. Like there is like some upsides and up and downs for both controllers, but personally, like for the PS3 and PS4, I don't think the PS4 one changed too much.
Not too drastically, not to my knowing.
But like, I don't know. I just like on how the 360 controller just conforms to your hands a lot more.
What about the original PS3 controller demo?
The boomerang?
Yeah, the boomerang, the silver banana.
Well, I've never used it, so I can't really say too much on using it.
Actually,
but that was just dumb.
That would have been dangerous, because like a thrown controller gamer rage would just be an actual weapon at that point. You would just yeet it at your TV.
Not just that. I would say it also is a problem because a kid's gonna see it and it's like, ooh, I can throw this.
I could club my little sibling with this. It's my turn on the PlayStation. Bap. Oh yeah, we're back, people. That's the way to open the episode. Talk about controllers for however long that was. 3, 2, 1.
This was already open, so it was less effective, but yeah.
That is something genius about specifically Arizona iced tea. How they always manage to keep their drinks so cheap. They always find some way. And I think the thing they do recently is that they made the cans ever so slightly thinner to save on materials. But I'm pretty sure that caught on everywhere, because I feel like all just like canned drink companies are doing that now. Because I feel like they're way easier to dent and just puncture with the slightest touch.
Well, didn't the company also say it's like no matter what, we're not raising the price of Arizona tea at all?
They are trying their damnedest. Yeah, it's just a challenge mode. It's like that paired with the Costco hot dog meal deal.
Never been there. Never been to Costco.
Actually, one did open up only about an hour away, if you really wanted to go, but...
And not really worth it.
Honestly, we have a Sam's Club, and it's basically the same thing, so...
Yeah.
Actually, going back to the controllers... Oh, we're going to the Shawshank Redemption. I saw this one tweet somewhere that... I'll try to send you the link if I can find it, where someone suggested, like... You know how, like, the letters / symbols on the button controls, like the abaxy?
Yeah, A, B, X, Y.
What, like, instead of having all that confusion of, like, X, square, triangles, symbols, or, like, how AB on the Xbox is swapped with AB on Nintendo controllers.
Ashley.
What if they just replaced
There you are.
all those symbols with, like, north, east, south, west?
I feel like that's a bit too much.
It's a universal control. Also, I need to stop this debate. Ashley, you useless son of a bitch, you can't walk yourself? You're making the bad guys work extra having to carry you around. Stupid Ashley. Anyway.
I don't know. Well, actually, okay, north, east, south, and west. I mean, it would just be NESW.
Yeah, that's north, east,
Yeah, I
southwest.
guess. But it just. Well, the thing is, we can't really have a controller. Like, we can't get a new console with a controller like that because, one, we don't need, like, other companies trying to get in the console market.
Arguably, but I think that would just be nice for just universality, because, I mean, there already is a system for fighting games, isn't there? Don't they just decide,
Oh, yeah,
just
that's...
whatever, system you have, this is 1, 2, 3, 4 on your device. We're just not going to have this debate any longer.
Well, it's different for some fighting games, and it was mainly because of the arcade games, of the arcade cabinets that they made, and when they were making them back then, it's like they had their own buttons. And usually, for most arcades, like there's two versions. There's one where it's just all buttons, and I think it helps with like people that gotten arthritis, or like it's all buttons. But then there's the one that's usually with like the classic like stick, and then it's usually like 6, maybe 8 buttons for that. Though here's some fun trivia. You want to know how, like, for the first ever Street Fighter game, the one that nobody really talks about, or kind of talks about, how do you think they made it, made the first, like, ever fighting game and its button setup?
Wasn't there, like, each button was geared to a different limb or something?
No. It was either one or two giant rubber buttons.
Yeah.
And what determined on what you were doing is the strength of how hard you hit the button.
Oh.
Now, and the buttons were about that size.
Oh, shit. It's just a pancake.
Yeah. And Street Fighter, the first Street Fighter did pretty well, but I believe Capcom did get a lot of complaints for, like, just people, like, hurting themselves just because they were trying to hit the buttons as hard as they could to get, like, the best, like, a combo in.
That was an arcade game I remember in Japan where the controller, in quotes, was just a single table where the entire premise of the game is that you're supposed to rage by slamming your fists on the table and then try to flip it as hard as you can after some, like, stressful scenario. I
You
remember.
can look at this.
I thought I broke my wrists trying that. Cause
Did you actually try it when you went to Japan that one time?
yeah, I tried it, but I think I must have put some mental limiters on myself because I just couldn't slam it all the way. It's like I can't make a scene, even though that's the whole premise of this game, especially in Japan. I'm already an introvert. That makes things hard enough, but I'm, like, also a empathetic introvert that doesn't want to hurt anything, not even a table that's meant to be slammed. And I don't want to cause a scene in Japan either, so...
Do it all. I really do feel like it would be just fun cosplaying this dude, like, at a con. It would just be a shit ton of fun.
Or you set up an art station and that's how you sell all your prints and whatnot, as this guy.
In for a bit of rubbish collection, stranger.
Wait, going back to the controllers thing. Didn't...
Though, hang on.
Don't get yourself
Though, you say like, art station.
Yeah.
That's a literal fold-out table that he carries around.
Yeah, okay, but I don't suppose you're gonna sell
got some rare
guns
deals on
or
sale.
other contraband, are you?
I mean, you could sell water bottles for, like, a cheap price.
Would they let you do that?
I don't know.
I don't think
Maybe.
I don't think they'd let you sell food or anything, but
And actually, yeah, that might be something you might not be able to do.
yeah, anyway, going back to the Street Fighter thing. Before I was interrupted, no.
Shh,
Did-
shush.
Didn't a blind guy win the Street Fighter tournament or something?
A recent Street Fighter tournament?
Yeah.
I actually don't know.
I'm pretty sure there was something about
I mean,
a guy just fully blind who had audio prompts
I
to
mean,
listen to everything that was happening in the games, and he just destroyed everyone, and everyone was just super proud of him.
Evo 2023 just happened, where there was where they also announced a number of things.
Or it might have been at that Evo event. I didn't really keep up with the news all that much. And that kind of made me realize where, for fighting game tournaments, they seem like to just let you bring in whatever custom controller or setup you have for accessibility
I'm sure they check it for sure.
Yeah, I'm sure they check it, but I just want to know if someone who didn't need accessibility features but wanted to just deck out the most ludicrous and just extravagant controller system, would they be allowed to do that?
I mean, they'd probably go through a number of testing.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think. I mean, I don't know actually.
Assuming everything has been tested and there's no secret turbo buttons or anything.
Yeah.
Would they just let? Would they let Professor X with his ginormous motor wheelchair roll up like in Multiverse of Madness? And one just folds open and there's just a million buttons all for him to just crank out Street Fighter with.
I mean, as long as he's not giving himself an advantage, that's fine. Though the thing is, I think he'd be putting himself at a disadvantage.
How so?
I mean, you have like the 6 well, I guess it's just what you practice with. But really, there's a reason why people have took the arcade stick and buttons and just made smaller ones that you can connect to consoles and your PC, and been using that for so long. If it works, it works.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I bet you someone is dedicated enough to try some shenanigans like that.
Fuck.
You gave away your position. Is it rotating or?
Yeah, it's rotating.
Oh, okay, you just missed.
Here's the thing: is when I first went through this, I actively tried to be very stealthy.
Yeah.
I mean, it kind of rewards you a little bit, but I did keep on retrying to get a perfect in stealth, even though it doesn't really tell you if you did perfectly. I don't think you can, but I actively tried. Ooh.
I don't know if that picked up in the recording, but right as that guy came over to check on us, there was a kitchen in the room behind. There's a sound in the kitchen behind us. Maybe he heard the sounds through the microphone. He went to check on us are there rats? There's rats in the cupboards.
Oh, you...
Guys, I think there's someone here. He says this, there's 3 bullets through his head. And you are going back.
Damn it.
So how bad is it if the alarms go?
I mean, it's not too terrible.
Well, then why'd you restart?
But it's fun. It's fun doing stealth.
This is kind of what this is just a me thing, but that's kind of what I hate about Resident Evil. It's just that I feel headshots aren't worth anything, or they don't reward you that much.
I mean, it really depends, I would say, because it's an instant kill in a number of times.
Yeah, not this time, or a lot of other times. I just feel like a game should reward you for going through the extra effort of hitting a smaller target. But here it only works maybe like a third of the time.
I mean, with like Resident Evil 2, if you get a headshot, instant death. You don't have to worry. But in that game, it also kind of like encourage you to try and like just shoot like their limbs off, like say just a leg, so that they can't move around. Here in RE4, it's like, yeah, it's a bit different.
Because I feel like a headshot's way more rewarded in like Halo or the good Battlefronts. Here it's just more like, to me, you're like putting coins in and hoping for a good slots to get you 777 on the headshots. Wait, speaking of like 7 numbers, just how much do you know about the story of Thracia 776?
Damn it. What the fuck?
See what I tell you? This game punishes you for the most asinine reasons, I feel.
You know what? I haven't done it like this before.
Anyway, is it true the game is called Thracia 776 because
Yes.
it takes place in the year 776?
That I do not know.
Okay, that's what I thought it was. Imagine a Fire Emblem casino where on the slot
Uh-oh.
machine, instead of getting a 777, you have to try to get a 776. Or if you try to play roulette, instead of 00, it's a critical hit or something.
Is there someone right to my left?
I can't tell.
Oh. We got Big Boy.
Ooh, that was close.
Out of the way.
Come on.
Shoot his nuts off.
Next.
Oh, I thought you died
You got
standing up.
your wish.
I thought it died standing up.
He just gives like the Terminator like thumbs up as he falls.
Okay, well, stealth is optional now, I guess.
Woo!
Stop, drop, and roll, Leon. Did you forget the basics? I can't even. Why would you walk into the fire, you idiot? Did they not train you here on Cookie Island?
Cookie. Okay, I did want to ask you, what about my GTA rant did you want to like talk about?
Okay, so this was a long time ago. Ian left this ginormous GTA rant in our chat, and I wrote it all down like a courthouse transcription thingy, hoping to one day make a video on it, and we just never got around to it. But I still have the whole document on file, and I just want to read through all this and just see what you think about it.
I mean, the rant's about the online aspect, right?
Yeah, kind of. So, okay, it all started from this one video of the GTA Perfect Cell mod.
How did it start from that?
I just put up the video in the chat.
Also,
and
that was a great meme of just people just taking Lamar and just switching his model up with a whole bunch of different characters. Like you have Optimus Prime, you got Frieza.
So it starts with this Perfect Cell GTA mod, and I say, I was not prepared at all for this one, and I am died. Ian then says, alright, that's some good quality work right there. But the sad thing about GTA 5 now, or actually GTA Online, is that I've heard from some people is how they hate what Rockstar's been doing. Oh no? So GTA Online is constantly updated with new heists the player can do. New cars, weapons, and all that shit. But a lot of that cool stuff they add in is locked behind the heists, or at least the more expensive versions. So each player has to start the heist themselves to then unlock stuff. And they have to do the heists over and over again. Like maybe 10 heists to get enough money to get the Batmobile in GTA Online. So yeah, lots of grind. That's kind of annoying. But what's the big deal? The real problem is that Rockstar has made it so you can use microtransactions to get the in-game currency. And how hard and grindy it is to get the money in the game. It basically pushes you to spend your real money to get that stuff you want. As well as it makes it kind of unfair for players that spend money. So basically it just becomes pay to win. And I'm saying like, shit. So GTA Online really is a giant pyramid scheme like some ordinary gamers said? He'd reply even further saying, basically, and GTA Online has been around for 7 years. Bold. 7 years! You think maybe now they'd hear something about GTA 6 and the time it took us to finally read this. Yeah, they did.
Yeah, it's like, wait, how many... It's been like 10 years now. Wait. Has it been 3 years since that? Oh, God.
Yeah, this rant was about 3 years old. I just forgot about it.
Yeah, it's now 10 years, and yeah, we've got snippets of like GTA 6. And then not any actual announcement from Rockstar just yet, but we know for sure that yeah, it is being made currently.
And then the rant continues with Ian saying, "Oh yeah, so you think we're going to be GTA 6? Nope, probably because they were happy about scheming people out of all their money. Also with the microtransactions, links to the GTAFandom.com/wiki/cash cards. Look at the most expensive card you can spend money on." And he shows the Megalodon shark, or about $8 million in game, costing about $100 in real life to get.
Okay, now remembering it, yeah, that's actually stealing.
And then I look at these shark fin of a card design and I say, these have got to be the most pretentious looking credit cards I've ever seen. Ian, completely ignoring my comment, is fueled with rage and continues his rant saying, "It's GTA, what did you expect? Nobody's settled in the GTA world. The highest amount of in-game money you can buy is $8 million. That's a lot of cash, right? But that might only get maybe 1 or 2 of the most expensive toys in the game.
Yeah.
After that, yes, you have to do more heists that can get as grindy as hell, or pay money. Which would you rather do?" To which I say, that sounds like a sadistic challenge. How much money could we make in a year? And then, holy shit, Ian just keeps going, continuing with, probably because it is the one. Again, heists can take multiple tries to maybe beat and get the most rewards out of it, and it takes multiple heists to get enough money for maybe specific stuff. Rockstar has been making content for 7 years. If you only paid for the new stuff with your own real life cash, instead of getting it from the heist for 7 years, you would probably have lost maybe over 10,000. That's probably a real stretch. Hell, buying is half the cost. Jeremy from Achievement Hunter always fully customizes his vehicle to have purple and orange for the Remy Tin look. And he said those customizations can cost over $1 million in in-game cash. But other things you can buy in-game are vehicle-destroying satellites, military airplane hangars, nightclubs, executive office spaces, yachts, etc. And now fucking large military submarines in bold. Military submarines on bold. And some people are basically being made to pay more than the cost of a brand new game to access new content, when the new content might have only been made in 3 weeks. Not saying it's bad content where it looks like shitty and glitchy in hell.
Okay, I'll add this. 3 weeks? Yeah, no, I'm gonna say longer than that. That was probably rage from me being like, oh, it only took them 3 weeks to make.
And then it just continues. From what I've seen, a lot of new content looks good and pays well, or plays well, but people shouldn't have to pay $100 for a piece of content that equals to only a fraction of the amount of new content in the game. And I say, Christ, I didn't think it'd go this far. But you see the problem. Rockstar have been using that time to break new grounds for the games. New amazing graphics and gameplay. But no, they continue to steal people's money in models and textures and stuff with the same 2013 model and texture quality. Seriously, this is 2013 level quality here, and he shows me some shitty screenshots of some really blurry looking people.
Ouch.
It just keeps going on the hair, the textures, and just... Oh my god, it's just a whole ass thing. I wish... I should have just done a text-to-speech or something, just... You just went fucking on, and I'm not even gonna read the rest.
Yeah, I do not remember going that ham. In my rant on GTA.
You didn't just go ham, you went with the entire swine and the whole
9 yards.
the whole ribs, back, loin, bacon, everything. Not just the ham. What the? Helmets.
I could have been using the parry so much more in this game.
So after revisiting that ginormous manifesto 3 years later, how have your thoughts on GTA 5 changed?
I don't really care at this point.
Damn, you lost the rage and the fire.
Well, the thing is, like, I don't really play GTA 5. Don't you fucking turn around.
Any thoughts or cares or, like, desires for GTA 6?
I mean, it's still a fun sandbox. It's still a fun sandbox game, but I just don't care for the online anymore. Oh, but on GTA 6?
Yeah.
I mean, knowing Rockstar, and usually when they come up with an actual, like, for the main game, like GTA 5, like, when it first came out, perfectly fine. It was a great game, and, like, the online, when it first came out, it was pretty good. But after a while, they just kind of went a little insane with the online because it was doing so well for them. But with GTA 6, it's probably gonna do pretty well and break grounds as usual.
Didn't an early build get leaked or something?
Not an early build, but videos and a couple screenshots, I believe, was leaked of what is currently probably the current build of the game. But that was like, what, 6 months ago? I want to say?
Probably, I don't know. Man, I remember when GTA 5 was first out and they were just showing all the trailers and stuff. This was back in the day when Walmart and Target had... Oh, no, wait, Target still kind of does this. This was back when Walmart had those demo consoles in the game aisles you could play games on. Yeah, way back in the day.
Now they don't do that anymore. It's just like, here's a game.
Well, Target does that for the Switch, but that's about it.
Do they?
Yeah, they still do that.
I guess they also do it at Best Buy as well, but they don't do it for they no longer do it for like PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X. Though I would say there's a good reason with that.
Probably because there is no PlayStation 5.
Well, actually no, I think you can actually go to Best Buy and buy one.
No, what are you talking about? There is no Santa Claus. There is no Tooth Fairy. There is no Queen of... Oh, wait, there is no Queen of England anymore. That one doesn't age very well. That one didn't age very well.
I'm thinking of, like, the clip from Megamind where it's like, there's no Easter Bunny.
Yeah, that's what I was referencing.
Yeah. But I just find the clip so funny. It's like he just says, and there's no Queen of England, and she's like, wait, what?
I like how the day when Queen Elizabeth died, the way a lot of people found out was through Splatoon.
Wait, what?
When you know how in Splatoon you can leave little messages in the hub world?
Yeah.
And people just drew that frame of Hal going on the rant without even any of the text. And then people saw it and they're like, "Oh no!"
Oh,
Don't.
no.
And when they saw like everyone doing that same frame, it was like, "No, don't tell me it actually happened." That's how a lot of people found out.
Oh, I do make one. Actually, I'll do this. Oh yeah, another thing. You also mentioned the Amber and Lois rant. Hi.
Oh no, it's comic book fans. They've come to attack. Oh, he just dropped the axe. I thought there was gonna at least one last ditch effort to attack you. So this is a reaction, I guess. That's gonna be weeks late by the time it comes out. But do you? How much have you kept up with My Adventures with Superman?
I haven't actually watched it. I've mainly only seen the major clips on YouTube. I'm waiting. Well, $15 for HBO Max is a lot. Is a lot of money.
Wait, I thought you had Max.
No, I didn't.
Oh, you don't?
No.
Oh, okay.
I just had Amazon Prime, Disney Plus, but I canceled that for the time being.
Oh, okay. I thought you had Max. Never mind.
And
okay,
Netflix
I'll
and
give you some
Crunchyroll.
slack.
Yeah, no, I was I would watch the show for sure, but it's I kind of want to wait until the whole seroseries is out.
I like how I tried to
the $15.
I like how I tried to do the demon squeeze you, yeah, but my voice just failed and it came out as a whisper.
A rocket launcher?
Hi.
So, people have been upset at this, or I guess a couple weeks ago, about Lois Lane getting mad at Clark for not telling her that he is Superman, and people just getting upset about that. I don't know why. It just rubs me the wrong way of
Oh, this is.
oh no, it's Lois Lane haters. They've come to attack me.
But yeah, no, I actually heard people talk about that when that episode showed, and I'm like they actually handled it somewhat well, I think.
Yeah.
From what I heard.
To me, this is because My Adventures with Superman obviously has some of the most smashable Clark and Lois designs ever, but this is a show I feel was primarily made for someone like age 10-ish.
It kind of feels like it, though. It is on Adult Swim.
Oh yeah, it is. But anyway,
Ooh.
I feel like they're just getting this story beat out of the way because, okay, it's a pretty simple liar revealed, but then they get over it and make up and be friends sort of story. And they make sure to do this towards the start of the season and not save this for the end, where it would actually get pretty infuriating. But here I think they're just trying to get it done with. Just get that story out of the way with all that nonsense.
They also handled it better than Mark and Amber.
That's the other part of the rant where I want to go. It's just, I swear, did I watch the wrong show? Because I feel like I'm the one person on Earth that isn't really mad at Amber.
I mean, I would say it's kind of infuriating because it's if she knew all this time, then why is she upset?
It's just that she was kind of upset that Mark didn't trust her to know the information. But at the same time, I mean, when you live in a world where people like Omni-Man exist, okay, yeah, it's understandable why you wouldn't want her to get involved. But the thing, I guess...
Well, I guess
the thing that I just don't care about is that I don't personally mind at Amber getting upset at Mark not telling her. I just thought it's an interesting story, a sort of development, or a character building moment that they could have done, but I feel like people are just jumping on the hate Amber train.
Well, I think it's also the issue of oh yeah, that whole thing happened, and then right at the end of the of the season, it's oh, they patched up, and no problem, it's fine. It's alright, this just happened, why the fuck are they back together?
I mean, don't get me wrong, I get why people are upset. It's just, the whole message didn't upset me at all. And I read spoilers anyway, so
It doesn't really matter.
yeah, it's not gonna matter.
Yeah,
assuming they follow the comics, it's not gonna matter.
Yeah, I've watched like some YouTube shorts that go over the comics, and it's like, yeah, it does not matter at all. I mean, it's a story beat, but it's like it doesn't really matter in the
Long
grand
term.
scheme
Yeah,
of things.
it's not gonna. It's really not gonna matter.
I always worry that I'm gonna like forget something. Like I just forget one treasure, and then I try to go back and then learn. Oh wait, you can't. But yeah, though thinking about it, trying to like think on it, I don't. When I try to remember, I don't think I was like super like just pissed off. I just understood people. I was like, yeah, it kind of makes sense why people are angry. Like, I wasn't angry myself, but I was like, yeah, this is kind of stupid. I know for sure, like, one of my coworkers that I worked with at the time, he was for sure just, like was on the Amber hate train, for sure. I will say one thing that is dumb is, like, people, like, brought in, like, or, like, some people would bring in, like, raisins, like, oh, you only hate her because, like, of a raisin. It's like, no, that's not what people are mad about.
I can at least appreciate Amazon Amber for having more of a personality and being story relevant, because I heard she does basically nothing in the comics. Though I did hear this one interesting idea someone had where I'll try to link it here if I can remember it, where someone did suggest a fix to the story where it turns out Amber figured out Mark was invincible because she knows the whole superhero thing and just people's identities, because the plot twist would be that Darkwing is Amber's dad, and after, well, Omni-Man killed him, she noticed, hey, wait a minute.
Where's Dad?
Where's Dad? Oh shit, he's dead. What about Mark? Oh shit, his dad looks a lot like Omni-Man. I gotta make sure he's okay.
Which actually, yeah, thinking about it, like, how would people not piece that together? Okay, so there is a second crown.
It's just like the one meme I saw of when indie VTubers commission new models. It was two emojis with their eyes closed, and in between them is a credit card with two, and then like a name that's scribbled out from a name that's scribbled out, and both of the emojis say, "I did not see. I pretend to not see." Maybe it's like that in the Invincible world where everyone knows it's Omni-Man. Are they gonna say anything? No.
No.
Especially not after the truth was revealed. That's a lot of clattering plates back there.
Doesn't look like I can get in through here. Need to find another way.
Nah, Leon, you just gotta use your, like, fucking muscles and just channel your inner Omni-Man.
That does remind me of a couple things I wanted to also bring up in combo topics. Have you ever experienced an Omni-Man moment where you ever did something like that?
No, I don't think so.
The closest I can think of is I was at my grandmother's place, and then of course that place is just infested with mosquitoes, and they always go after me. And then one particular night, I hear a mosquito buzzing right next to my ear, and I unlock Omni-Man mode all of a sudden, and I managed to snatch it out of the air with my hands without even looking, and I managed to grab it perfectly by the wings, and just my inner Omni-Man just awoke. So I took that mosquito and carried it over to the sink, and I basically just waterboarded it for a solid minute.
I wouldn't say this is an Omni-Man moment, but it was like, just a moment of like rage. It was during the most recent World Cup, the Qatar World Cup.
The World Cup.
Yeah. Well, like it was the last game. It was Argentina versus France, and France had like basically had it in the bag. And I was like, okay, yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna side with France on this. And the game was playing on like all the TVs at Hy-Vee, and I was like, come on, France, you can win.
Oh,
you
wait,
can win.
I'm remembering the story for us now.
And they blew it. I actually ripped a towel out of pure rage.
You ripped a towel?
Yes.
I don't remember that part.
And the thing is, I don't really care that much about soccer. I don't really care that much about soccer, but I got angry enough to where.
Did you get blue soccer balled? Because you thought it was gonna go one way, but then it went just the complete other direction of, how did you fumble it this hard?
Basically.
Whoa! You almost pulled a France right there.
Okay, yeah, it just leads back down.
Actually, I can think of one other Omni-Man moment where, actually, it's not even my story. It was our 8th grade history teacher where he told the story of back when he was in middle or high school. He worked on a farm over the summer.
Yeah.
Where we had to vaccinate a bunch of hens. And then one time, he comes across a rooster. That's not a hen. So he goes up to the farmer. He's like, hey, I found this rooster. What do I do with it?
What?
Yeah, the farmer just yoinked the rooster by the neck, just snapped its neck, and then threw it on the ground. Just like,
was there like any emotion when doing it?
No, just complete Omni-Man moment. He just felt absolutely nothing. No changes in facial expression whatsoever. Just dumped the carcass on the ground. And then just walked away like nothing happened. And her teacher was just like, ah!
Hey, yo, I found... Oops.
Oh yeah, the story was so horrifying it lagged your computer for a second.
And I guess we'll live with this. It's not showing up in the record. Oh, actually, the mouse is.
Oh, was that there the whole time?
No, it was not there the whole time.
Oh, okay. Well, let's just try to scoot it out of the way a little bit.
Oh, there we go.
When you grow up on a farm and you just see animals hurt all the time, you just kind of grow desensitized to it, I think.
Yeah.
It's like when my sister and I went to see our great uncle. He raises cattle, and one of the cows just randomly rammed its horns into one of the cages and started bleeding out of its horns.
Ooh.
My sister and I, we just looked horrified at the poor cow that just smashed its head against the cage, and then great uncle just looked at it and was like, "It'll be fine." He just said, "He'll be fine," and just made like, "All right, kids, let's go back home." It's like, Granddad, one of your cows is bleeding out of its face. Are you not gonna say anything about it?
I might have forgot a treasure.
How big of a treasure?
Oh, we'll find out. I just hope I'm in... Okay, good.
Another funny thing happened where there was apparently a stray kitten just on the farm. My great uncle had no idea this cat was even there, and then my sister decided to just take it up and take care of it. It's mine now. Can we take her home? And we were like, first of all, you just found this little friend today under the floorboards. He probably doesn't have like any vaccinations or anything.
Might have rabies.
Also, we don't know how to register pets and bring it overseas. So you know what? Just let your great uncle take care of it. And she was a little disappointed. Of okay, no, that does make sense, but I wanted a cat. So we leave it at our great uncle's farm.
Okay, I
And then-
go back. Okay.
Then we fast forward to, I think like a year or two ago, where my sister suddenly asks our family overseas, like, "Hey, whatever happened to that cat that I saw that one day?" And then we had to leave behind. And then my great uncle just casually says, "Oh yeah, that cat grew up and
Oh!
yeah, the cat grew up. She had like 11 kittens." And I was like, "Oh, well, that was quick. Just we just picked up a little kitty num nums, and one day it just has 11 kids." Well, it seems to be doing a lot better. So, yeah, at least there's that.
Now you have a cat to go back to every time you go. Though actually, what has your parents' stance been on for like pets and stuff?
Well, we simple a pretty follow rule of me,
Need a key card.
my sister, my dad, we all want a pet, and mom says no.
Just conversation just ends right there.
Yeah. In her defense, she's like hella allergic to everything. So
Okay, yeah.
I mean, technically, I'm supposed to be also, but I've like no symptoms. Unless I start snorting cat hairs, then
Yeah. I don't think I've had issues like with cats and stuff. Or dogs at all since I grew up with mine. Though I'm not sure if mine, like maybe since I haven't had a pet for a long time, maybe like my allergies would like revert and I would suddenly just have like pet allergies. I'm not really sure because I've gone to like some friends like houses where they have like a couple cats, and then out of nowhere I just get like a stuffy nose, and I'm just like, wait, do I have allergies for cats now?
actually, what are your views on cats, just in general?
Break already.
I mean, I would think they're nice pets. They're cute, they're fluffy.
This is a very different response from when I first met you.
I mean, I kind of would prefer dogs a bit more, but
Back when I met Ian in middle school, I don't know how, but we get onto the conversation of pets, and I say I'm more of a cat person myself, and then you just, without even thinking about it or say anything else, you just scream, "Cats are assholes!" And I'm just
I don't
looking
re-
back like,
I don't.
what?
Was this like 8th grade?
7th or 8th grade.
Okay,
You
yeah.
just say,
Then I
"Cats
do
are
not.
assholes!" And
I
it's
do
like,
not remember this.
What did cats ever do to you? What the fuck?
I do
didn't
not
even-
remember this at all. Though back then I was a dumbass kid, so take it like that. Sounds like someone wants their Girl Scout cookies.
Sounds like somebody wants their caramel popcorn. Well, you ain't getting any. That stuff ain't healthy for you.
It ain't. Get stuck in your teeth.
I'm gonna start a new business. I'm gonna sell kale chips and other dried vegetable chips.
Try to get into that health market. And actually, speaking of like popcorn and stuff, what's your views on sweet corn?
Like the
Yeah, like corn on the
Corn?
cob.
it's okay, I guess. I just eat it. It exists. It's food. Consume.
I mean, I'll have sweet corn in the summer, and it's good. It tastes good, but I feel like I've noticed more like now that it's kind of annoying to eat sweet corn, because each time like I have sweet corn, like if it's like just like frozen corn, that's fine, but if it's sweet corn specifically, after I had it, I always have to go grab floss and just like floss my teeth just so I can get it out.
Oh,
Because
okay.
it's going to drive me insane if I don't.
You see, my sister taught me a secret technique for consuming sweet corn on the cob, where, okay, you just eat like one row across normally with whatever technique you can, but then every single row of kernels, you pretty much scoop into with just your bottom teeth. You just keep doing that. It's really slow and meticulous, but then you get nothing stuck in between your teeth, and you get really just clean and satisfying cuts across the cob. Another thing that my sister does is that what's like the leaves on the outside called? Just leaves or
I
something?
don't know. I would just call them like, yeah, leaves. I would
Oh,
say.
the peel. Do you eat the corn with or without the peel?
Okay, if we're putting it like that, yeah, I do not eat the peel.
No, what my sister would do is that she would take the peels, bind them into like thirds, and then make braids out of them to make them into really fancy handles that are all braided. I look at that and I'm like, holy shit, that's cool. So now that's how I do it. I have to ritualistically.
Oh,
Somebody bought
Hi.
sweet corn. Oh my god, I don't have any. How long were you in there? Holy damn.
long enough to still be conscious. Someone just put in a full-on oven.
Yeah, anyway, so now I have a ritual of having to undo the peel of corn, tie it into thirds, and then braid it, and then munch across the rows with just the bottom of my teeth.
Got a selection of good things
It's a whole
on sale.
process, but I think it's worth it. It makes the experience so much better.
Thank you. Give that the care it deserves.
Looking at the knife in this game just reminds me of the Gabriel Iglesias when he went to Australia. He got drunk and he started talking to
some Aussies.
an Aussie man who makes knives for a living, but he was one of those Australians, like the really. He just checked every Australian stereotype of the guy who just lived in the wilderness in the middle of the continent with a really like raspy Australian voice of "You're all there, mate," who just makes knives for a living. And then his producer, oh, so Fluffy is completely wasted, probably 7 shots in. His producer comes in like, "Hey, buddy, you feeling hungry? Well, we gotta go to the airport, otherwise they're gonna close McDonald's."
Really?
Fluffy looks back at the Aussie man, is like, I gotta go. I gotta close McDonald's. And then Aussie man's like, "Yeah, it's alright, mate. We all got places and things to go, but here." Just hands him one of his giant knives. "I want you to have this one while you're away." "Thank you. I'm gonna go got cheeseburgers with this."
Now, is this young Gabriel or is this like older Gabriel?
I think this is older Gabriel. I think.
Also, we got some choices to make right now.
Mm-hmm.
It's either we get a case upgrade.
Uh-huh.
I don't think I'm gonna be buying this. That's
I don't think
too
you
much.
can get this because there's the problem of space. I don't think you can really
We
get.
can make some space. We could upgrade this so that it's 1.5 times faster.
Mhm.
We could get penetrate through 5 targets with a handgun.
5?
Yep. Or we could pay for this, spend all the money, and get 2 times power on the Grand here. Okay, it's not a Grand, but it's a rifle. So that would make it have 10 power. Basically, making it potentially always like perfect headshots if I can hit their head.
So I did
Like-
the math.
Like this is like it would be as half as powerful as the Magnum
I did the math.
and almost as powerful as the shotgun.
I did the math. And I think Roberta has nice titties, so go with this.
Well, it's also the other thing is like if we get 8 more spinals, we could get an exclusive upgrade ticket, and we can shut up.
And we can get Windows updates.
I could get the exclusive upgrade ticket, and I don't have to pay 100.
Oh, okay.
100,000.
Then, okay, let's save it on this.
A weapon to suit your specific needs. Don't get yourself killed now.
I still can't believe the ending to the Roberta's blood trail. Just the only way to quell her rage is for Garcia to just, well, gotta fall on her and smacky smacky. It's like that's how
That's
you.
how. It is a.
Okay.
It is a. It
Okay.
is like a
Okay.
little dumb.
Okay.
Though again, like I think nearing the end of Roberta's blood trail, is when the manga was still like continuing, so they did have to make up the ending for sure.
Wait a minute, I am caught up with the manga. I haven't checked back new chapters in a couple months. I wonder if there's anything new.
Also, I think this is a good time to stop this episode.
What are we gonna call this episode? Roberta's titties.
I'll leave that one up to you.
leave a comment of, let us know if Ian does title this episode Roberta's titties. Leave a like if he should title this Roberta's titties. Subscribe so you can see more of Roberta's titties. That guy's nutting to Roberta's titties.
I like on how you took one of the more scariest parts of this game, and you're just giggling your ass off.
He's so pale and white because he lost a lot of blood waking up to Roberta's titties.